Hello, amazing entrepreneur. It's Tash Corbin here with another quick tip with Tash. And today we're going to be talking all about email marketing. Now, one of the things that you probably know I'm quite passionate about is the fact that a lot of the advice out there from big marketers and people who have very successful businesses is based on what they did to grow their business when they were first starting out. And a lot of it is very outdated. There's some very spammy, very sausagey tactics out there for growing a business, and in particular email marketing as well. And I wanted to share my thoughts and my take on modern email marketing, because I think that the online business world is ever changing and we need to be present to what our audience needs from us and what works and what doesn't. Because the strategies that worked when I started my business in 2013 do not work today. There's a lot of changes that have happened since then, and I'm sure there will be more changes happening into the future. So just to let you know, to give this a timestamp, this quick tip was recorded in September 2018, and this is my modern take on email marketing. Number one, gone are the days of tricking people onto your mailing list. You know, have you ever done one of those quizzes where you do all of the quiz and you answer 45 questions and you get to the end and they say, if you'd like your results, pop your email address in here. Now, back in 2013, even back in 2010, maybe even as recent as 2016, you might have got away with trickery and tactics like that. But these days, people are so much more protective of their email addresses and they do not like being taken for a ride. And so if you are going to require someone's email address for them to get the results from something, I suggest that you ask for their email address up front rather than using those trickery and tactics. The other strategy that works really beautifully with that is to give people the results, but then ask if they want them delivered to their inbox, and that is the part where they can pop their email address in there. If they trust you, if they like you, if they're interested in getting those results to their inbox, they've already read them, and they can also get them to their email as well. And so people will opt in for that if that's something that's relevant to them. So using other forms of trickery and tactics to get people into your mailing list also really don't work these days. I've watched videos where the marketer has said on that video, now at the end of this video, if you want to get the price of this program, I'm going to give you the link to go and give me your email address and I'll send the price to your inbox. So now you're holding the price of your program to ransom until I give you my email address so that I know that you can remarket me and email me 45 times in the next 20 days about why I need to buy your thing. Well, unfortunately for you, I don't buy from people who hold me to ransom, so I'm not signing up. Simple as that. And actually, a lot of the time, if I can't fast forward and pause a video, I also won't watch the video. I just completely click away. Now, a lot of anecdotal feedback that I get from the Lady Posse is that they feel exactly the same way, but it's not all about anecdotal information. These days, big marketers are starting to wise up to the Lady Posse ways and understand that being tricked onto someone's mailing list just isn't a smart strategy, and it's something that gets people really cranky. Old school strategies such as signing up for a summit that's promoted by one person and ending up on 30 emailing lists also do not work. I think the rise of more stringent regulations such as GDPR in the EU and Australia's anti-spam laws have really helped in this regard, and it's made it harder for those trickery and tactics to actually be used. But that doesn't stop big marketers from trying to use them. So be wise about what's happening with your email address. And if you get an email from someone and you have not signed up for that email, do not be afraid to use the reporting functions on those emails, because that will help with the policing of these things and stopping people from using some of these strategies. So that is part number one. Trickery and those sorts of dodgy tactics do not work anymore. Number two, those who give away for free what others hold back are the ones who are actually getting the biggest email lists, and they're also getting the highest conversion on those email lists as well. So whereas In the past, marketers would have told you, why would people buy the cow when they can get the milk for free? Don't give away too much. Make people give you their email address. That just isn't the case anymore. Case in point, these quick tips with Tash. Now, I haven't seen a significant decrease in signups to my mailing list since I started doing these ungated, free-for-all, I'm giving you all the juicy insights, quick tips with Tash. In fact, the opposite is true. My mailing list is growing faster than ever. And 99% of these quick tips with Tash don't even have a call to action for you to join my mailing list on them. People are looking for ways that they can learn more from me actively, and I'm becoming more magnetic in my business by giving away more for free. Now, I've always run my business through this lens, and I've always tried to find ways that I can give more and more ungated content to my followers and to those people who are interested in my work, and it is continuing to work for me to this day. I've added another layer with this beautiful quick tips from Tash. The next piece of advice that I have on modern day email marketing is that spamming and over emailing your mailing list just isn't a quality and sound tactic anymore. I know that there are still people out there who say, well, if they unsubscribed, they weren't going to buy from you anyway, so good luck and farewell to them. But honestly, the number of people that I could have potentially worked with as a client over the last year, but just did not because I was sick of having them in my inbox, is phenomenal. Like seriously, particularly people who I've been in the market to hire a Facebook ad strategist, a new designer, a new online business manager. I have also been in the market for a lot of product stuff for the conference. I've followed some people and signed up to their mailing list because I thought they might have been a great speaker at the Heart Center Business Conference. And I've been completely turned off by the fact that they sent me hundreds of emails within the first couple of months. Like seriously, I had one person, I got 3 emails on the second day that I was on their mailing list. And I was like, this is ridiculous. Number one, it tells me that you are coming from a space of fear. You are coming from a space of no one's reading my emails, so I have to send lots of them. You're coming from a space of desperation. That's how it feels to me when I get that many emails in my inbox, and I'm really not interested. Number two, it says to me that you don't have a lot of faith in your worth and the things that you're actually offering. If I was interested in it, I would have clicked on the first one, or the second one, or the third one. By the time you get to email number 17, sweet pea, I wasn't interested in buying your thing. Either I'm going to opt out or I'm going to stay on your mailing list but not open as many emails from you. And the other thing is that open rate of your emails. The more emails that you send, the lower your open rate is going to be. So when I am, the number one question I get when I start ranting about this stuff is, well, how many emails should I send? When I email my list once a week with my newsletter and then with 4 emails related to a launch and 4 emails related to each freebie, I tap out. I've actually measured this for my audience. Now, rather than you taking those numbers, you can start with them. Why don't you experiment with it? I've done a launch where I've sent 8 emails related to the launch instead of the 4, and my open rates dropped significantly. And they didn't just drop for the launch emails, they also dropped for my newsletter. My newsletter is where I give such juicy insights and create such connection engagement with my audience. I don't want my email newsletters to drop down in their open rates. So I've experimented with these things and found a good tipping point for me where I feel like I'm getting great open rates and I'm still presenting all the information that I need to in the sequence that I want to present it. So have a think about whether you need to increase the number of emails that you're sending or decrease the number of emails that you're sending. Because I see for a lot of women, they're so turned off by the email overwhelm that they actually only send 1 email a month and it's not enough for their community. People want to hear from them more often. They have more to share, they have more to tell, they have more to offer, and people don't know about it because they're so hesitant to email their mailing list because they've seen all of these spammers. So they are my insights into modern day email marketing. I hope that that's helped you. If you have any questions, pop them in the comments box below, or of course you can also share an aha or something that you're going to do differently. Until next time, I cannot wait to see you shine. Thank you so much for listening to this quick tip with Tash. Bye for now.